Tiny Glade is a relaxing city building game where you can construct unique buildings, design custom castles, modify the landscape of your town, and decorate according to the season. The game has several seasons you can choose from, which visually change the landscape of your plot. The music is very bright and bubbly, and it truly makes you feel like this is a town you could find yourself living in. The construction of your town is limited only by your imagination. I spent a whole evening building a cozy little winter town with a grand castle tucked away beyond the reach of the city walls. In another playthrough, I built an adorable farm town with spread out cottages and pens for the sheep. This game is truly the definition of a cozy game. There's no main story, there's no combat, there's no resource management that you need to handle. It's just you, a cozy little town, and your imagination. At one point, I spent an entire hour wandering around at street level, perfecting the way the rocks were shaped around the pond, watching the ducks fly in. I imagined myself as a cute witch, living on her own with a cat in a cottage within the forest. I built paths up to town, and I designed unique buildings with their own stories. I made a church with 2 spires, one slightly older looking than the other. I made a pub, decorated with various color flags, all combined with festive ropes. I built my own cozy cottage with a patio looking off the second story. I fell in love with the stories I built in my mind in this game, and I can't recommend it enough as a cozy game.
Once upon a time, somewhere in Gaia, not that far away, there was a tavern. My tavern.
Tavern Talk is a Dungeons & Dragons inspired visual novel where you play as an innkeeper serving magical drinks to your patrons and posting quests for the local adventurers. The game is heavily inspired by the soon-to-be series Coffee Talk, though made by different developers. I'm gonna real quick throw Coffee Talk as a secret additional game suggestion, as it is really a wonderful game, but for now, we're focusing on Tavern Talk. The main story of this game involves your interactions with your customers, as they take on quests and grow as people. The way they interact with each other and with you is incredibly wholesome, and the banter is one of the best parts of this game. Your patrons clue you in about the ongoing of the world outside of your little tavern, and help to provide a thorough painting of the world around you. As the customers settle in for a drink and tell you all about their journeys, you learn more about the powerful necromancer that's rising to power. As you gather more clues and send more adventurers out to investigate leads, you, as the player, begin to discover that maybe the innkeeper isn't such a neutral third party as they may seem. The game is an excellent play over a long weekend, or a couple of hours as you wind down for the night. The characters are charming, the story is intriguing, and serving drinks to the patrons in exchange for a story provides a wonderful, cozy feeling. Cat Cafe Manager scratches that resource management and interior design itch without being overwhelming or stressful. You start off as a small business owner, which basically consists of a single room shack with some cat bowls placed outside. Over time, though, you grow a name for yourself in this quaint little neighborhood and grow your shop into a bustling and lively cat cafe. Not only do you have the pleasure of designing the cafe, but you can also lure strays in as permanent companions. As you grow in size and wealth, you can buy more expensive cat food to lure in more exotic cats. There are also special event cats that you can find along the way as you grow and explore the town. The cats all have their own names and personalities, and give your shop different bonuses. On top of the cute cats, there are also cute customers. Your list of regulars provide room for enchanting and delightful conversation, and each regular has their own special cutscenes and friendship events. The cutscenes are well fleshed out, humorous, and provide excellent bonding moments for the characters. These events are all so damn cute, and were, without a doubt, my favorite part of this game. I will say, the start of this game can be a tiny bit stressful. When it's just you, all on your own, with no money, no skills, no marketability, yeah, that hits a little bit too close to home. But once you get rolling, get a few cats, get some employees, the game becomes much easier and really steps into the shoes of a cozy game. Birth is the story about us building a body. Not for ourselves, but for someone else. It's a relaxing, oddly satisfying puzzle game where we wander around our town completing activities and interacting with the people around us. For our efforts, and our completion of the puzzles involved, we are rewarded with varying body parts. Some skeletal, some intestinal. The premise of this game makes it sound like some morbid expression of art, but it's actually quite wholesome. The puzzles are all really well designed while not being too complicated, challenging while not being frustrating. And the artwork brings the whole design together, being cheerful and eye-catching while also somehow distressing at the same time. Every piece of my new body that I collected felt like I was building myself a new life, a new partner, or maybe a new friend. It's never outright said what this body will be to us, but as we wander around town, seeing children sitting together on benches, people sharing a drink over some board games, or just a solitary skeletal feature reading the crossword to herself, it makes us believe that our new body could be any of these. They'll have their own life, and we'll be there for it. I will say, however, that I played this game late at night with a couple of drinks, and this certainly didn't help me when it came to solving the puzzles, but it did make the atmosphere really excellent. Cattails is a life and resource management simulator where you play as a cat that is in the process of building a cat utopia. I specifically played the Wildwood Story edition of this game, but from what I've heard, it shares many similarities with the original 2017 version of the game. It's a pixel graphic game with very simplistic art and mechanics that are easy to pick up and master. Like many other simulator games, the progression of your kitty character is done through advancement of skills and advancements of your town. You get skill points from all of your regular activities: hunting birds, foraging for catnip, fighting with neighborhood cats, and talking to your clan members. These points can be used to purchase or upgrade a variety of skills, such as skills to increase your combat abilities or to make you more likable. There's also a social component of this game, which includes friends events and town celebrations throughout the year. If you ever read the fantasy series Warriors, that's basically this game. I didn't expect a lot going into this game, if I'm being totally honest, as the initial artwork and storylines didn't particularly stand out to me. But the more I played, the more I found myself becoming really invested in the cats that I befriended, and on expanding my town and my skills. It's the combination of simplicity and personality that makes this game so wholesome, and I genuinely found myself wanting to play this game in my downtime. Later in the game, you can also unlock romance options. The romance isn't anything particularly expanded upon, as it is still a game about being a cat, but you can have a litter of kittens with your chosen partner. I thought that this would be really weird when it came around, but it was just cute, and it felt like a fitting end to my cat story. If you're looking for something very simple, without a depth of objections or plot points, but with plenty of adventures and personality, this will be the perfect game for you. Thank you so much for watching these 5 cozy game recommendations. If you want to see me play any of these games in their entirety, I stream them all live on Twitch and YouTube. If you've played any of these games, let me know what you thought about them in the comments. And if there's any games you would absolutely want to see on this list, let me know that too. And maybe subscribe to the channel while you're down there.